Hi, my name is Carrie Campbell, owner of Positively Pilates, and today I'm here at Form Pilates Union Square to teach you a little bit about Diastasis Recti repair. So postpartum, a lot of women are left with a slight split in their abdominal wall. Our rectus abdominis, has two sections that is knit together by thin connective tissue. And often 9 months of pregnancy can split the muscle away from the connective tissue. Yep. Many women have this, it's pretty common. However, a lot of OBGYNs fail to check for it. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you how to check for diastases, and then I'll give you some tips and tools of the trade about how to help repair your diastases. Position, which really just means knees bent. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Now, normally in Pilates, when we curl our head off the mat, we gaze inward and we scoop inward. However, to check, I actually want you to do the wrong way, which is chin up. That'll make the abdominals bulge. You take 2 fingers, start at the base of your sternum, and start to palpate down the midline. Okay? What you're looking for isn't mushiness. It's a deep groove that is between the 2 sides of the muscle. If you feel that groove, and you'll literally be able to feel between the muscle sides and then muscle on either side, if you feel that groove, that means you have a diastasis. We actually describe diastases in fingers width, and I also like to think of it as fingers depth. So most women are left with a 1 or 2 finger width diastases. I've seen as many as a 4 finger width diastases. Okay, the 1 to 2 can be sort of sewn back together with breath and smart core work. The 3 and the 4 finger width need much more medical attention. The problem with diastases is that you could potentially get a hernia through your midline. The other problems with diastasis recti is it causes a lot of lower back pain, urinary incontinence, and it's just aesthetically not pleasing. Many women who have a diastasis feel like they still have this mummy tummy or protruding abdominal wall, and it stays there no matter how many sit-ups they do, no matter how much weight they lose. The muscle fibers are just sort of sitting there jelly-like, not connected to the midline. So let's talk about how we're going to heal this. First, I want you to take a TheraBand. The thicker and the stronger, the better. Cross it behind your lower back and around your navel center. Most women tend to have the diastases right in the middle. Some women will go all the way from the sternum to the pubic bone, but most women it's sort of a 2-inch width or a 2-inch length between above the navel and right below the navel. So we're going to cross this band around the navel center, take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, draw the band and draw the abdominals together. Inhale to release. And then exhale, use your breath to help knit and seam the abdominals together. Inhale to release. I want you to do this about 10 times. Big exhale, feel the navel pressing back to the spine. Inhale, release a little. Exhale, draw those abdominals inward. Last 2, inhale, and exhale for the 2 sides of your abdominals knitting together into their center. Last 1, inhale, and exhale, draw those abs in. Now, with the band, you're going to lie on your back, bend both knees, and pull the band tightly. It forms like a letter X around your abdominals, and you can press your hands right down by your hip bones. So this is going to help our muscle fibers stay intact or come back to center. And we just do very simple marching. The worst thing you can do with the diastases is curl your head off the mat for ab work, right? The flexion therein is actually going to make the gap even worse. So we always do our abs with the head down. You do 3 more, 3, 2. Now keep one leg in the air and make it a scissor march. You lower 1, you lift 1. You lower, you lift. You lower, you lift. Try not to change the angle of your legs. You're not moving from your knees. You're moving your whole leg as one unit. And switch. We do 10 of these. 8, 9, 10. Take a rest. Now we're going to let go of the band for the next one because I actually want you to place your hands on your abdominals and feel the work. Draw both legs into a tabletop, and right from the start you have that navel to spine. Let's connect with breath. Inhale. Exhale, draw those abdominals in. Now without letting your abs bulge, you lower your legs as far as you can, and then we lift, keeping that same tabletop shape between hips, heels. Lower, exhale, lift. And again, don't go so low where your abs pop out, right? We only want to go as far as we feel that nice deep scoop. Exhale, lift. Again, you lower. Gravity would very easily take your feet to the mat. So that's not the point. The point is to keep your abs in and up. Lower and lift. It's 10 times. 2 more. Lower, lift, and rest. Very good. So next we're going to turn onto the hands and the knees. Make sure your hands are directly under your shoulders. Your knees are directly under your hips. And we want our spine in neutral, okay? So it's not like a cat stretch where we're arching the back excessively. You just have the natural curves of your spine. What we do here is we take our navel center and we pulse it up towards the spine. Pulse, 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 pulse. And notice how subtle this is. I'm not moving my whole back, just my abs, abs, pulse. Try to really keep a long spine from head to tail. 10, pulse, pulse. We're aiming for 30, pulse, pulse. These are called the transverse abdominals, pulse. And the transverse abdominals will help knit your rectus back to midline. Pulse, pulse. For 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it. You have a beautiful navel to spine connection. Now lower onto your elbows. Slide one leg out, slide the other leg out, and make a flat plank. So whereas I spoke before about how flexing the abs is not a good idea when you have diastases, planks are great because they work your core strength without any flexion. Lower to the knee. Your goal is to be able to hold that plank for 30 seconds. Today, we'll do 3 10-second planks. Here we go again. Slide one leg out. Slide the other leg out. Make flat hips and really pull your abs in. Remember that navel to spine connection that you just established. Try not to let it go. And we can rest. All right, third and final plank. If you want, you could come onto your hands, right? Or you could stay down on the elbows. Hold it here. Keep pulling those abs in strong. Don't let gravity sink you into the plank. Stay really, really lifted, really, really strong. 5 more counts. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, and we rest. That was great. So that's a very simple series. It would take you about 5 minutes a day to really help knit your abdominals back together. Another thing that I like to recommend to my women who have a diastasis postpartum is to use a splint. So here's an example of a splint. There are a lot of different splints on the market, but what I really like is splints that have a crossing over action, right? Rather than just a single band wraparound, it actually has this crossover action. So I'll show you how to apply it. And for my women who have the diastases, I recommend that they wear this for 8 hours consecutively a day. For me, it's best to do it overnight because you don't have to worry about how it looks under your clothing. And it's better to put it over a t-shirt as opposed to directly on your skin. So here we go. It goes around the lower back. Again, I like it because it crosses over. You're going to pull it way across, hook with the Velcro. Same on this side, hook with the Velcro. So not only does this help your abdominals come back to center, it gives you amazing lower back support, which is really important to all my postpartum moms who are home taking care of a newborn. You can feel free to email me, Carrie, C-A-R-R-I-E, at positivelypilates.com, or check out my website, positivelypilates.com, or come see me for a lesson in person at Form Pilates Union Square.